Oh, I love Maine for the culture, but the weather does leave a little bit desired for somebody who loves to sail. But when people know what they're doing and they have the tools available, snow isn't that bad. We had about 16 inches. It looked like the real number, but 27 in the backyard. Here's my winter project, the boom. I've stripped it down. Thankfully, all but one screw came out pretty easily, but I want to clean this thing up because you can see they didn't do any insulation between the stainless steel and the aluminum, so we've got some corrosion around almost all of the fittings that were on this. There's some that aren't, but most of them are. So I'm gonna clean these patches up and spot paint it or whatever, paint it somehow. Here's some more, and I was trying to take some paint removal on here, but it didn't work very well. I found out this is a super spar, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to take this little dent out of here. What I'm thinking of doing is passing some angle iron through here, another piece on top, have the bottom threaded or put a bolt on it or something, but put a hole through, put a drill through here in the middle and see if we can't flatten them out that way. We'll see. I leveled the boom so that I could then find the bottom of this dent, pour a little water in there to find a low point, marked it. And now I can proceed with trying to pull the dent out. Well, to be honest, the first method didn't work so well. Trying to use the extension bar and putting a ratchet or a socket on the back of this. And I tried like I have a I'm not sure what you call them, but they got the end on here with a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch drive on that end. I tried that, it didn't work. So what I did is I went with a shorter bolt, or not, yeah, bolt, and I jammed it so it won't turn. So now I'm trying it, and it is working. See, the gap is, I don't know if you can tell, but the gap is seating. So I'm gonna continue from here. Okay, this is what the boom looks like now. I've taken all but a little bit of the paint that was on here before off, stripped it, trying to do it all with paint remover would have been pretty futile. It was very slow. This is just on here, the spots you see down where there's some, I don't know why, but there's some slight dents where paint is down in a groove or something. Very slight. It seems, or maybe it's the way the boom was built. I don't know. I don't want to keep grinding. What I did was I used these mesh strips, or excuse me, mesh sanding pads. This is a 220. I started taking off the paint with 120 to 180 to 220. And so this is pretty much the 220, so that's what I'm going to leave it at. But I didn't want to dig into it any further to get these last parts out, so I'm using paint remover. Now here's the repair, or not the full repair, but pulling this dent out. It's quite a bit better. It's hard to really tell being here firsthand. It has a little bulge on this side. Just have to live with it. I'm going to have to fill this and smooth it with epoxy because I'm going to have to use a etching primer on here because it's aluminum. I'll have to clean this up one more time before I I do it because it oxidizes within minutes. It's been sitting here for a day since I finished this, so it's already oxidizing. And oxidization is not a very good grip for the paint. So I'll be using an etching primer. Oh, and here is some evidence of the galvanic corrosion from the fittings. It's not terrible at all. But here are some that I just don't know what that was from. It's a rundown here. And then there's some more places down there, nothing real bad. And these I'll use fairing epoxy to just clean up, and I think I said it right. You need to use epoxy because of the etching, because Bondo or something like that will react with the etching, because the etching, it has a little bit of acid in it. Oh, and once I got all the paint off of it, you can see the name on here. It's a Super Spar. I've heard of that brand before. It's the first time I've seen one, actually. I realized it. I don't know if that is an OE for this 1977. I'm not even sure if they're around. I'll have to investigate that some more. Guess that might give you a better picture of this corrosion here. Around the fittings, got to put some kind of dielectric between them. I do have, I'll show you what I'm going to use when I put all these fittings back on. LB 8023 marine grade anti-seize. Well, that's the dielectric that'll go on there on every fitting, every screw that goes in, and behind every piece. Because I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of corrosion on this, and this is stainless steel, which doesn't really tell the whole story. Stainless steel will corrode. So that's it for today. I'll get busy cleaning this up, and I'll have some paint in about a week, so then I'll get ready. Here's what we're looking at once I took 3M green scrub pads, just remnants of one, or this is still a good piece, loaded with a little white vinegar, and I went over all the spots that had a little bit of primer still left on from the old paint. And now it's pretty good, but now it doesn't have a nice even sheen across the whole thing. So I think before I actually do the paint, I'll take the 220 across the whole thing again real quickly, just because that should make a more even paint flow on the whole thing. I am thinking of darkening the paint up a little bit, making it into a faux wood kind of pattern, that kind of thing, because I think that'd be kind of cool. The North Sea 27 is a very traditional boat, and seeing something that's wood on it wouldn't be surprising.